Okay, hands, keep your hands up. How many of those folks with hands up also tweet? So about half of you, okay? Why haven't you explored tweeting? Is it just time? Any other feedback on why? Is it a pretty simple technology to understand for you guys?
I just feel like one enough. And I feel like tweeting is that what I understand is more like you're saying 3-4 times a day, or even 100 times a day. And I'm going to the bathroom cycle.
That's a common misconception.
That is a misconception. And I will tell you that the people that are tweeting are usually older. They are our demographic, more so even than Facebook fan pages. People that are tweeting are usually I find what it seems to be is it does seem to be people that are more highly educated, that are over 40, they're tweeting for different reasons. Now, I always tell people if we can take a couple minutes, because whenever I meet someone and they're like, oh, I don't understand Twitter and what is it and why should I do it? I always tell people, if you want to get started with Twitter, just do it for yourself. Don't even think of it in terms of business, and think in terms of what would I want to get out of it. And one of the best things about Twitter is just find some people that you find interesting and follow them. So, for example, I follow Inc. Magazine because I love, they multiple times a day they post really, really good links to small business articles that are online that I would never find on my own. I just would never have the time. And they put a little tagline so that you know what it's going to be about, and you'll know whether you want to click on it and read it or whatever. But what I did in the beginning was I would follow CNN, I would follow Joe Scarborough, I would follow Donald Trump. I'm just throwing out people. I would throw the Miami Dolphins or follow, and I would just kind of see what was going on. And then as time would go on, I sort of got the idea that I was using it as a tool to learn more information. So what would people want to hear about me to make them want to follow me? And how could I reach my customers to let them know, all right, I have new product in or this or that. So it's I think the misconception is that you have to be doing it all the time, and that's not true. And I think the misconception is that it's just young people saying that they went off to the bathroom, and that's not true. Most of what is on the Twitter feed is, like someone was saying earlier, we knew that Osama bin Laden had been killed first by somebody tweeting it. So you do find things out very, very quickly.
Well, a quick best practice that I know, I forgot who mentioned it to me, is that if you're new to Twitter, follow other florists. So when you get on there, type in keyword florists, and then you'll see a bunch of handles of florists online. So you follow them, and then you really get a sense of what types of posts they're putting up there to garner traffic. So is that good advice?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What gets somebody to want to follow you? How do you get people to follow you? Help me understand that.
Is that because I'm a florist and people would think I'm not interesting?
No, I'm saying, you get started by following somebody else. What makes somebody want to follow you? I mean,
Well,
a normal consumer.
First off, just like I advertise my website on all my stuff. I tell people I'm on Facebook as Monday Flowers. I'm on Twitter as Monday Flowers. So I do let people. There's links from my website on Twitter. But whether people find me interesting or not, I mean, I've got how many people are following me? That's right.
Well, I didn't mean that personally.
I know. I'm not sure why people would want to follow me. I mean, I've been tweeting from here.
No, but she's meaning how they find you.
I mean, that's what I'm just saying.
Well, like for example, if I want to follow people in my town, I just type in the word Princeton or Yardley, and other people that live in Princeton and Yardley will pop up because it knows where you're at. So I guess people find me as being a florist. They find me as many, many different ways. But hopefully, they follow me because they think what I have to say is at least somewhat interesting.
Yeah, one second. Rebecca, you had a comment?
Yeah, with regarding following, you may think, well, nobody wants to hear what little old me and Winterland Flowers is doing, but people do. People love reality, and every TV show is reality now. Just because you don't think it's interesting because we do it every day of our lives, people don't know what goes on behind the scenes in a flower shop. You know, people don't know flowers come from Ecuador. They don't know they come from Holland. You know, just because we know it, it's interesting to somebody else. So you'd be surprised what people do find interesting. How a bouquet, you know, how the sex of a wedding goes, that kind of thing. It's interesting to people.
And taking that to another level, for those of you that aren't on Twitter at all, there's something called hashtags, which allows you to kind of cut through all the gibberish that's there. So if I were to send out a tweet that was about a wedding bouquet, or let's say there was a picture of a wedding bouquet, I can do a hashtag, which is just a # and then wedding. So anyone that's following the hashtag wedding will actually see my tweet. So I have gotten into a couple of wedding magazines. I've been interviewed for publications because whenever I tweet about weddings, if they're following weddings, I might populate, they might see me and they might say, oh, I like that bouquet, I like what she had to say. Let me take that a little further. So there's different ways to kind of punch through and have people see you that might never have seen you.
It makes you on an equal, almost like an equal playing field size-wise, whether you're a florist with an 800 square foot shop, you know, just doing everyday arrangements, or a big New York event florist. If you're doing hashtag weddings and they're doing hashtag weddings, you're both going to come on the same page. People don't know how big you are.
So it's just like a ginormous search engine.
That's right.
Absolutely, and yeah, if you want to get more followers as well, if you hashtag on a popular event, for example, obviously Orlando recently, Shaq announced his retirement by X-Words on it, and I do a lot of work with him, so we did something hashtag Shaq, and we populate everything related to Shaq, you know, so everyone then knows about women flowers in town.
You put signs up in the store? Because they were asking, how do you get people to follow you? I would think the best thing we have on our can register and our posters, also on emails, we put on the bottom of all your emails, too, so that will help engage your customers. They want to know more about you if they're shopping with you.
Yeah, anyone using constant contact, there's a whole social media capsule that's been added to that now. So when you send out, as long as you tell it, when you send out your email blast, you can tweet your own. I tweet my own. I go into my constant contact and I'll look back to an email that I thought was interesting and still relevant, and I'll tweet it again. So if you're already doing email marketing, you can also send out your email blast that way, and people can like you, they can retweet you. It's all intermixing now. The lines are very blurred, and there's no two ways about it. Twitter and Facebook are very, very powerful, and they are, I think, the musts right now.